जे अनिलो प्रेमाधन करुणा प्रचुर जे अनिलो प्रेमाधन करुणा प्रचुर ना प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर आहा मोरा स्वरूप रूप आहा सनातन आहा दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन कहाँ मोरा भट योग कहाँ कबीरा एका काले कोथा गेला गोरा नटरा एका काले कोथा गेला गोरा नटरा पाषाणे कोटि गो माथा आनले पाशिबो गौरांगा गुणेरा निधि कोथा गेले पावो से सब संगीरा संगे जो कैलो विलास से सब संगीरा संगे जो कैलो विलास से संग न पाइया कांदे नारोता मदास से संग न पाइया कांदे नारोता मदास ने आने लो प्रेमा धन करुणा प्रचुर प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jayo Vaishnava Thakur. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Vishnupad Paramhans Pravajikacharya Stotroshta Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagadguru Seva the whole world A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Vishnupad Paramhans Pravajikacharya Stotroshta Shishimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Singh Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Anand Koti Vaishnavin Ki Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatt Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatt Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Vrinda Ki Namacharya Shila Hari दास ठाकुर के प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा राधिका रमन जी की श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री गौर निताय की वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की ग्रंथ राज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे श्री रघुनाथ भट्ट गोस्वामी श्री रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी तिरुभाव तिथि महा महोत्सव की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnanasthmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Ham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpacharubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desh Narine. Hare Krishna. So today is a very auspicious day. We have Tirobhav Mahotsava of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. In the Vaishnava circle, Avirbhav and Tirobhav Divas, both are festivals. Tirobhav means when a Vaishnava departs, and Avirbhav means when a Vaishnava appears. In fact, Tirobhav Tithi is given more importance in the Avirbhav Tithi. Because when a Vaishnava appears, we are not aware of his glories so much. When a Vaishnava departs, by his lifetime, we are aware of his glories. And when a Vaishnava departs, his associates are in distress because they are missing his association. But they are happy also that he has gone back to in the service of Shri Radha Krishna. So today, these three great personalities, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Raghunath Bhatt Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, they are among the 8 principal manjaris, like Radha Krishna, they have 8 principal sakhis, and then there are 8 principal manjaris also. Manjaris are like gopis of smaller age, and the manjaris, they perform the most confidential service in the Nikunja of Radha Krishna. And they are totally attached with Srimati Radharani. They have nothing to do with Krishna. They love Krishna as long as, because Radharani loves Krishna. That's it. Just totally, they are fully surrendered to Srimati Radharani. So these 8 manjaris are these 6 Goswamis, Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatt Raghunath, Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatt Das Raghunath. These 6 Goswamis. The 7th one is Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and 8th one is Loknath Goswami. So the 8 manjaris are there. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Shri Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And the Radharani is all personal associates, these manjaris, they also appeared as these Goswamis. And when these Vaishnava Acharyas, they appear with their lives, they give us instructions also and inspiration also. So on this appearance and disappearance days, we should look for their inspiration and the instructions. Srila Prabhupada says the 6 Goswamis are our Mahajans. Mahajan means those who know how to follow the path of Dharma. Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam. It's not a very easy thing to understand what is Dharma. It's a very, very subtle science. So these Mahajans, by their lifestyle, they show us what is Dharma and how to follow the Dharma in different circumstances. So these 6 Goswamis are Mahajans for us. So today we would like to discuss something from the life of Raghunath Das Goswami. I mean, all these 3 acharyas, they have so much to give us. Their lives has been full of so many instructions and so much inspirations. Let's see, we can just touch some aspect of the life of Raghunath Das Goswami. Once Srila Prabhupada was giving a lecture, and he was saying in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Sukdev Goswami has mentioned about 12 Goswamis. So one disciple was sitting in front. He said, Prabhupada, you are 13th Goswami. Prabhupada replied back, you are 14th Goswami. Why? Because Prabhupada said this movement is for creating Mahajans. So when we are speaking or hearing about Mahajans, we should not be thinking, oh, these personalities they are beyond my reach. They are all Mahajans. They can do that, I cannot. No. These Mahajans, they appear only to set principles for us. And we should get inspiration from them, and we should take instructions also from them. Okay, we may not be exactly copying the details, but at least we should know what are the principles. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he appeared in a gram called Saptagram, and his father's name was Govardhan Majumdar, and his uncle was Hiranya Majumdar. So he was the only son in the two families. Hiranya Majumdar didn't have any son, and Govardhan Majumdar only had only one son. And they were the very, very rich, very, very opulent landlords. In those times, Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhan Majumdar, their monthly income was 8 lakhs golden coins, mudras. And at that time, the value of rupee was that with 1 rupee you could purchase 20 man of rice. Man means 40 kilo. At that time, 550 years back, 30 years back. So you just imagine what will be their worth, So rich and opulent. He was the only son. And Govardhan and Hiranya Majumdar were very pious people. Pious means they like to serve Vaishnavas. So in their village, there was a devotee called Balram Acharya and Bhagwan Acharya. Sorry. So in his Balram Acharya, and he used to call Haridas Thakur for regular satsang. So Haridas Thakur used to come, and Hiranya and Govardhan Majumdar also used to go. And at that time, Raghunath was a very small child. They also used to take him along with him. Temple we see parents come, they bring their children also along with them. So they were bringing the Raghunath, the child, also with them. But they were not knowing what good they are going to do. He was a very innocent child, and just by mere darshan of Haridas Thakur and hearing his Vani, Haridas Raghunath Das Goswami, right from the beginning, he was so much dedicated to Gaurang Mahaprabhu. And despite so much of opulence and rich family, being the only son, he was not at all attached to this opulence. Right from the beginning, he was very detached. He was not interested in enjoying these opulences. And the parents were also used to be very surprised. What kind of a child is he, And right from the beginning, just by hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all this renunciation developed in him, naturally. And he was very, very, keen to have darshan, personal audience of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he was proceeding towards Vrindavan, So Nityananda Prabhu tricked him and brought him to Shantipur. So when he came to know Raghunath Das Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Shantipur, so he requested. And they allowed him also. So he went there, he had a personal audience of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Advaita Acharya was a very good friend of this Majumdar family. So he arranged that Raghunath daily gets the Mahaprasad of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he again came back. But by this time, his renunciation was really at its peak. He just wanted to renounce the world and just be, join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And whatever he used to do, he used to run away from the home. And Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhan, they had to put security guards, to bring him back. And again he used to run away. And again they have to bring him back. So once what happened was Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan. So on the way, he again stopped at Shantipur. So when Raghunath came to know of this, he requested his parents to let me go. So they said, as such he is getting mad, let him go and let's see. So when he went there, he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he told his condition. I am feeling very miserable, I just want to leave my home and come to you. Mahaprabhu then gave him very nice instructions. Mahaprabhu said, Sthira hayya ghare jao na ho ye vatul krame krame paye loka bhava sindhukul. Be patient and return home. Don't be a crazy fellow. By and by you will be able to cross the ocean of material existence. Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, it is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Samashita yat pad palav mahat padam yash punya yasho murari bhavam bodhi vats padam param padam yad vipadam na tesham This material world is just like a big ocean. It begins with Brahma Lok to extends to Patalok, and there are many planets and islands in the ocean. Not knowing about the devotional service, the living entity wanders about this ocean. Just as man tries to swim to reach to the shore, our struggle for existence is similar to this. Everyone is trying to get out of this ocean of material existence. One cannot immediately reach the coast. But if one endures, he can cross the ocean by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. One may be very eager to cross this ocean, but he cannot attain success by acting like a madman. So Prabhupada is saying, yes, it's a good desire to cross this ocean of material existence. It's a nice, good desire. One should always aspire for this. But just by being madman, one cannot cross this. Okay? He must swim over the ocean very patiently and intelligently under the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his representative. Very nice instructions. The desire is there. Mahaprabhu said, don't try to jump this ocean in one jump. It's a gradual process. Krame, krame. That's why Srila Prabhupada is saying, the candidate has to be, the disciple has to be very intelligent and very patient. Like yesterday we saw Jiva Goswami said, for progressing Krishna consciousness, one should be very faithful and very thoughtful. So, one should, under the instructions, not on his own, under the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as representative. Then one day he will reach the shore and return home back to Godhead. Okay? So Mahaprabhu tried to bring balance in his life. So it's very, very necessary to have balance. Mahaprabhu said, don't be crazy. Just by being crazy, I just want to go back to Godhead, this material world is nothing, let me just go. And just by jumping, we won't reach like Hanumanji to the sun planet. Just by jumping, we won't go back to Godhead like this. So Mahaprabhu said, krame, krame. Just gradually. Then next he said, Markat vairage na kar loka dikhaiya yatha yogya vairag yatha roga vishya bhunja anasakta hayya. You should not make yourself a show bottle devotee. This very advanced devotee, so renounced. Not a show bottle devotee and become a false renunciate. Markat vairage. For the time being, enjoy the material world in a befitting way and do not become attached to it. Yatha yogya vishya bhunja anasakta hayya. Okay, go back to your home. Don't be like markat vairagi, false renunciation. Don't be a show bottle devotee. You may get some praise, very nice, what a renunciation. But this won't do, this won't help. Show bottle, what is show bottle?
Only for the sake of showing to others.
Yeah, only for the sake of showing. Internal, there is no substance. This is also called Falgu Vairagya. There is a Falgu river in Bahir. Gaya, near Gaya, yeah. So Falgu river, how is that river? What is the specialty of that river?
It has water only in rainy season, and it has water in only rainy season, and all the year only it is dry.
Yeah. And whenever there used to be water, it said that the upper layer used to be like reddish sand. But inside there is only water only. So on the surface it will look like good sand, red sand. But it's only for show off. Internally there is water only. So it's called Falgu Vairagya or the Markat Vairagya. Markat Vairagya, that is Vairagya shown by monkeys. Monkeys are so renunciate, no clothes, no home, staying in forest, just staying under the trees. What a renunciation. But we know what kind of renunciation they have, They keep on having sex. So many times in a day they have sex. This is not Markat Vairagya. This is not a Vairagya. But apparently they are very renunciate. No home, no cloth even. So this is a Markat Vairagya. This won't help. This is just a show bottle. Okay. So Prabhupada is writing, the word Markat Vairagya indicating false renunciation is very important in this verse. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Thakur, in commenting on this word, points out that monkeys make an external show of renunciation by not accepting the clothing and by living naked in the forest. In this way, they consider themselves renunciates, but actually they are very busy enjoying sense gratification with dozens of female monkeys. Such renunciation is called Markat Vairagya, the renunciation of monkey. One cannot be really renounced until one actually becomes disgusted with material activity and sees it as a stumbling block to the spiritual advancement. one should be totally fried with this material world. Then the renunciation comes. Fried, no? Like if you have aloo tikki, and when it is fried, it should be red, totally red, fried from the both sides. Pakka fried. We should be completely fried with this material world. That is renunciation, Okay? You see, like you must have seen in your previous days some martial art movie, judo. Must have seen some movie. What is the beginning of that movie? How the movie starts? In the movie we see a hero is there, and the material world really tortures him. Something wrong has been done to him. Some injustice has been done to him. So he's very frustrated, angry young man. There's so much of pain in his heart, and he wants to change the world. He wants to take revenge. Now to take revenge, then he goes to some, his coach, which coaches him how some karate, judo, etc., martial art, kung fu, etc. So he really practices very, very hard. They show how much he is practicing, exercising, going for session and practicing session. He does that. And then the time comes, then he performs. He thus shows takes the revenge and performs. So we can see in the life of a revolutionary person, there are three phases. One is pain, second is preparation, and third is performance. So that's what the message is being given by, in a way, we can understand from Raghunath Goswami's life. And we can practice it in our life also. There should be pain, preparation, and then performance. Pain means what? The pain of this material world. It's all these three tat, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adhyatmik. So when we are going out, dealing with all this material world, we should try to see this material world with Shastra Chakshu, with the purpose of Srila Prabhupada. And then we'll realize, we can always see at every step these three tapas are there. How one living entity is stressing, giving stress to other living entities. How there is Adhyatmics, even I have everything, still I am not happy, and Adi Devik Klesh. So when we are experiencing pain of this material world, the more a person feels pain, he is fried, the more intense he will be in his preparation. And for us, preparation means what? Our sadhana, our practices of sadhana. More intense will be in our japa, more intense will be in our hearing and chanting and studying of the scriptures and dealing with the devotees. We'll be knowing the value of this spiritual life, because we know the other side of the life is totally dark. There's no hope, it's totally hopeless. So the more we have experienced this material world with the vision of Shastras, with the purpose of Srila Prabhupada, more we will be having the pain, and more will be fried, and more will be enthusiastic in our preparation. And more will be enthusiastic in our preparation, more will be excelling in our performance. And what is the performance? Yeah, what performance will be like? That will be judged by Ante Narayana Smriti in our services, in our dealings. More, that is our performance. How to please the devotees, how to please the Lord Krishna. That is our performance. So, in our daily life also we have three aspects. Don't we have these three aspects? Pain should be there, and preparation should be there, and performance is there. If the first part, pain, is not there, instead of pain, it's enjoyment. So how will be preparation? Then preparation will be painful. And performance can be, what will be the performance? So normally this is our story. Now for us, the first part is enjoyment, and then pain, and then mediocre performance. But Raghunath Goswami was not like this. Mahaprabhu said, go first experience this world. And how to, and to feel the pain doesn't mean that we don't have to perform in the material world. Jabardasti, by force I am going and cutting my finger to feel the pain of the material world. Forcefully I am just neglecting. Pain, feeling the pain doesn't mean neglecting the material world. Mahaprabhu is saying this. Mahaprabhu is saying what? Yatha yoge vishya bhunja anasakta haya. Without being attached, for the time being, enjoy the material world in a befitting manner, the way it should be. Like an ordinary person, when one who is not into his devotional service, he should feel this person is normal. He shouldn't feel this person is from some other planet. But at the same time, the devotee should not compromise on the principles. So this is the intelligence of a devotee. And this is the intelligence expected from Raghunath Das Goswami by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay? Don't be a crazy person. By leaving your home and just running around here and there, you won't reach anywhere. It is a Falgu Vairagya, Markat Vairagya. Okay? So, after that, he says, Antare Nishtha kar Bahir lok vyavhar Ache rata Krishna tomaye karibe uddhar. Very wonderful instructions for all of us. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, within your heart, you should keep yourself very faithful. But externally, you may behave like an ordinary man. Thus Krishna will soon be very pleased and deliver you from the clutches of Maya. Those are wonderful instructions. It is applicable for all of us. Within your heart, you should keep yourself very faithful. Within our heart, we should keep the fire of Krishna consciousness burning. We should not let the material energy diminish our fire of Krishna consciousness or slow down the fire of Krishna consciousness. No, that is not the purpose. Mahaprabhu is not saying, relax, Raghunath, relax. Don't be so crazy. What is your age? Relax, just enjoy. And then we'll see later on. No, Mahaprabhu is saying, no. Enjoy this material world in a detached manner, in a befitting way, like an ordinary person does. But internally, keep the fire alive. Within your heart, you should keep yourself very faithful, but externally, you may behave like an ordinary man. You all are college students. Externally, you're just like an ordinary student, any other IITian. That's all. But internally, you are Krishnatarian, Internally, you are not IITian. Other students are internally also assuming I am IITian. But you should know, internally I am not IITian. I am what? I am Krishna Das. Okay? And externally, yes, IITian. Thus, Krishna will soon be very pleased and deliver you from the clutches of Maya. This is the formula Mahaprabhu has suggested. Raghunath's credit is Raghunath immediately accepted this formula and went back. When he went back, he was acting like an ordinary man. And his father, mother and his wife, he has a wife also. He had a wife also. The wife was so beautiful, it's like an apsara of heavenly planets. But he was not at all attached with his wife and anything. But after going back, he behaved like an ordinary householder. But internally, he was just waiting. He was just feeling the separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is what we should do. Then, in short, I'll just go through. So, he just wanted to go back and join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu had said that when I come back from Vrindavan, I'll be going to Jagannath Puri. Then you can come and see me. And Krishna will give you the intelligence how you will come to me. And Mahaprabhu, when reaches Jagannath Puri, so he was now very desperate to go back to Mahaprabhu. So, Krishna gave him the intelligence. In the Pane Hati, Nityananda Prabhu had come. So he said, okay, now this is a chance. He goes to meet Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu says, you are a thief. You wanted the mercy of Mahaprabhu without any agent. You have to give me the commission. Without my mercy, how can you get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet? So he came near Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu put his lotus feet upon his head and gave his mercy. And he said, you have committed a crime, you have to be punished. He said, what is the punishment? Dahi Chidwa festival. Give a feast to all the Vaishnavas. He said, no problem. He gave a feast to all the Vaishnavas. And then he comes back and then he joins Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. And when Jagannath Puri sees him, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees him, and he offered his obeisances. So Mahaprabhu calls Sarup Damodar Goswami and says, take care of this child now, Now he should be called Sarupira Raghu, So you see, it is, Mahaprabhu also said there should be a mentor. Raghunath Das Goswami said, your mentor is, your counselor is Sarup Damodar. So he was totally under the care of Sarup Damodar. And he told Mahaprabhu, told Sarup Damodar Goswami, just take care of him just like a child. He's your child. So Sarup Damodar Goswami was taking care of Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was very, very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Raghunath Das Goswami went to Mahaprabhu and said, I left my home, but what are the instructions for me? What should I do? So Mahaprabhu said, as such, you should have asked Sarup Damodar Goswami, he will tell you. But still you have come to me, I'll give you one instruction. And what was the instruction? Bhala na khaibe, bhala na pahibe, grame katha na sunibe, grame katha na kahibe. Very nice instructions for all of us. Bhala na khaibe, bhala na pahnibe. One should not dress very, very opulently. Doesn't mean that we should wear torn out clothes, dirty clothes, One should wear dressing should be very sober, but not very opulent. Bhala na khaibe. One should not be very much anxious to have sumptuous feast, Raghunath Das Goswami throughout his life never ate anything for sense gratification. He never put anything on his tongue for satisfying his senses. Yesterday I was reading one shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport, a devotee should eat just for, a yogi should eat just for maintaining body and soul together. And while eating, mating and sleeping and defending, he should act in such a way not to arouse his senses, not to agitate his senses. When we eat, we sleep, or we mate, we try to agitate our senses, go for sense gratification. Prabhupada says just for maintaining body and soul together. So that was the renunciation of Raghunath Das Goswami, and he followed this principle to the last. When Mahaprabhu departed, he was so desperate, he wanted to end his life. So he said, I'll go to Vrindavan, jump from Govardhan and give up my life. So when he reached Govardhan, Rup and Sanatan caught hold of him. He said, you cannot do this. You have such a rich treasure with you. You have seen the final pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So why don't you tell all, you should speak about that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's final pastimes. So every day for 3 hours, he used to, at Radha Kund, he used to recite the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially the Antya Leela. And when Mahaprabhu departed, he stopped eating grains. He was taking only fruits and milk. And after a few years, Sanatana Goswami departed. So he stopped taking any fruits also. And when Rupa Goswami departed, he gave up everything. He was just burning with the fire of separation, And he used to take just 100 grams of buttermilk per day. That was his diet. And he used to chant daily 64 rounds, offer 1000 obeisances to Giri Govardhan and 2000 obeisances to Vaishnavas. He used to offer obeisances to Vaishnavas by counting Sankhya Purvak Nama Gana Natibhi. Sankhya Purvak. He was on the Prema Bhakti stage. Still, as a sadhak, he is setting example for us. Sankhya Purvak, he used to 2000 obeisances to the Vaishnavas, not only offering obeisances, and used to embrace them also. That was a way of his showing affection for devotees. So that was the life of Raghunath Das Goswami. So from his life, we can see how elevated he was. So this is a very at the stage of life which we are in, this instruction for us that Antare Nishtha kar Bahir Loka vyavhar Achirat Krishna tomai karibe uddhar. Antare Nishtha kar. Internally you should be craving for me, craving for Krishna, and externally just behave like an ordinary man. With this your behavior, very soon you will get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Krishna. So okay, it is too much detail. I think the time is there. So let's stop here. So let's meditate on the life of Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. We can read more in detail. And let's pray to them because they are so merciful. The Acharyas, they are beyond time and space. It's not that they were 500 years ago. They are still here for us. We can still find access to them. And they are very merciful. Only by their mercy, we may not be seeing them with this material eyes, but only by their mercies, whatever we are doing in the spiritual life, it is by their mercy only. you know. It's by they are so merciful. So if you just pray to them, like it is said, Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatt Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatt Das Raghunath. Echai Gosai Kare Charana Vandan, Jaha Haila Vigna Nash, Abhishta Puran. So whatever obstacles are coming in our devotional life, just by bowing down at their feet, Echai Gosai Kare Charan Vandan, just by praying to their lotus feet, Jaha Haila Vigna Nash, all kinds of obstacles are destroyed. Abhishta Puran, our spiritual desires are fulfilled. You know, this is best. Devotees are more merciful than Krishna. So we should just pray to their lotus feet. Give us your mercy, give us your intelligence, so that we may not get entangled in this material world. And while we are in this material world, we develop a lot of craving, intense desire for spiritual life. You know, that's what we should pray to the 6 Goswamis, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. Okay? Shri Raghunath Das Goswami Pad ki, Shri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami Pad ki, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Yadai Gaur Premanande.